Okay, so Jainism to everyone. So um, we, we have we are very lucky, I would say, to have really good opportunity here to learn from extremely learned Shastris from India. So I hope you will enjoy today's session and also once we start the classes. So I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to hand over to Anubhavji, who will give a bit of introduction about himself and tell you about what we're going to do today as well. Okay.
Okay. Jai Chinendra, everyone. I hope you all are doing good and fine. I'll quickly introduce myself. So, I come from India, Anubhav Jain. I have studied Jainism from Tirtham Mangalayatan, which is situated at Aligarh in the Uttar Pradesh state in India. I presently run a school and I'm also into very religiously. I follow the concepts of Jainism and I'm very much involved with Mangal Vidyapeeth as well. So, our whole course of interaction would be aimed at gaining more insights about Jainism. So, before we begin with our pilot session today, let's start with the benediction, Mangalacharan. Before starting anything that is beautiful, we always pray to our gods. So, we'll be doing a brief Mangalacharan today. We all will join our hands and close our eyes, okay? And then we all know this mantra, so we'll be singing it together. Namo Arhantadam, Namo Siddhadam, Namo Ayariyadam, Namo Uvachayadam, Namo Loe Savasahudam. Mangalam Bhagwan Viro, Mangalam Gautamo Gani, Mangalam Kunda Kundatyo, Jain Dharmostu Mangalam, Sarva Mangalya Mangalyam, Sarva Kalyan Karakam, Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam, Jainam Jayatu Shasanam, Jainam Jayatu Shasanam, Jainam Jayatu Shasanam. So this was the Mangalacharan for the humble beginnings of this project of discovering Jainism. Okay, so before we start, I would like for us to break the ice so that I get to know you all who all are joining and what are your expectations from this class. Okay, first things first, raise your hand, give me thumbs up if I'm audible and my language is pretty understandable for you. Like, am I audible and can you comprehend what I'm saying? Because accent might be different. Yeah, for everybody. Okay, and it would be really great if you all can turn on your videos so that we can have eye to eye connection as well, just to know that you're getting what I'm saying or not. Okay, so we'll quickly do something as an exercise in the very beginning. I would be asking one by one to each one of you. You'll have to tell your name to the entire class, like we all are sitting together because here, and you'll have to tell what is the purpose of your life. It's very simple. It can be anything. It can be you even it can be something like you've just thought about. It does not have to be like something you've given really serious thoughts about. But just to break the ice, I would want give me your name and tell me what do you want from this life. Like what is your philosophy of life or what do you want to achieve? Okay, it's pretty simple. You can just say anything. Okay, so we'll start one by one. Let me see, we'll start with Mehak, can you come and tell us? Yes.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So hi, my name's Mahek, and I've come here to learn a bit about Jainism, and my purpose for life is just to be happy within.
Just to be happy, but what all would be the instruments using to be happy? What have you thought about? Like what will make you happy and what makes you happy? Okay.
I would um, being happy within myself makes me happy. So just being self-aware about who I am makes me happy.
Okay, great, 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 great. We'll all clap for Mahek. Thank you so much. We'll move to Jia. Yes, Jia? Yeah.
My name's Sahani.
Oh,
My
sorry.
name's
Sorry. I'm really
Gia,
sorry. Yeah.
and my purpose in life is just
Sorry, we missed you.
I can't hear you.
doing well in life by studying the religion and trying to get happy.
Yeah, you're not coming through.
Speak louder.
Come.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Speak
Your voice
louder.
was breaking. Yes.
Try
Yes.
again, Jim.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So my purpose in life is to study religion, and so that I can try and get happiness.
Okay. Again, happiness is coming in. Okay. There is one more person sitting with you, right? I forgot her name. What she mentioned. So can she also tell what her purpose is?
So
Yes.
Honey is my daughter.
Oh,
Honey.
so honey. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Purpose. What do you want to do in your life?
What do you want to become? A doctor? What do you want to do?
Cleaner.
Sorry?
I want to become a cleaner.
Okay. Okay, good. Because that makes you happy, right? Yeah, perfect. Let's move to the two boys that I can see with the name of Sarika. I'm really sorry, you guys can introduce yourselves. Yeah,
My name's Hide.
Hriday.
And I'd like to play cricket internationally.
Great. Okay, so you want to be a cricketer, a batsman or a bowler? What do you want to be?
I do both, but I normally bat
Oh,
open.
all rounder. Great. Okay, because that makes you happy. So do you follow cricket?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And who is with you?
The same what he said.
Sorry. Yes, can you introduce yourself?
We can't hear you.
Hello,
Yeah.
Yeah, say again.
my name's Trey, and I want to do the same what he said.
Okay. Oh, that's why you like both are twinning together then, maybe. Great.
But
Okay. We'll move to next. Who is here? Okay, Ananya. Will you try to introduce yourself? Yes, Ananya. We can't hear you.
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor. Okay, you want to be a doctor. Okay. Let me see. Who else? Anybody? Any volunteers who will themselves be introducing themselves because I cannot see much of the videos. Mehak, I see you have a company now. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sonal. I'm my older sister, and uh, my purpose in life is earn money and have a happy family.
Okay. Happy family. Okay. Great. And any instrument that you will use, like any designation you would want to reach or anything you want to achieve?
International business women.
Sorry, sorry.
You sound really weak. So no, I'm done.
Sorry.
Come closer. We can't hear you very clearly.
I would like to be an international businesswoman.
Okay, great. Okay. Uh, I also see Vinci ji, if you can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Right now, what I want to do is become something scientist or maybe because I enjoy science, so that would make me happy.
Great. Oh, science makes you happy? What exactly in science? Like physics, chemistry, biology? What do you enjoy most?
I like chemistry and biology.
Great. Okay, good. Okay. Anybody who wants to, because I cannot see other videos of anyone if I've missed out.
There's Rina Ben is there.
Yeah. Yeah. Reena ji. Yes. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, no, you didn't. You don't need to put me on the spotlight, but yeah, I'm here just because I feel like I need to just reinvigorate my passion for learning Jainism. I haven't been engaging with any of these classes for a while, and yeah, my purpose is to be content. A lot of you have talked about happiness, but I think more specific to that is sort of contentment, and to live peacefully and harmoniously in this world where we are right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, 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 great. We'll move to yes. Yes. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hi, my name is Nirav.
Yeah.
I guess following on quite similarly, to be more content as well, and enjoy life to its sort of most fulfilled purpose.
Okay, okay. So I think great. Everybody. The bottom line is that everybody want to do something in which we have created that perception, which will make us feel happy, contented, which will give us happiness, and that becomes the purpose of our lives, right? That's true for all of us. I think that's what. If I see happiness in playing cricket, I want to be an international cricket player. If I want to become, I see prosperity in building my own business, I would want to be an international businessman, right? That's what we see. But the bottom line is that we all want happiness. Okay, but the question is not that do we want happiness or not. The question is that what is our concept of happiness, and if we are seeking happiness through the life that we are living presently, then there is a very scary part to that, and for that we'll try to address it by looking at a video. So we'll just look a quick short video, and then we'll continue our discussion on purpose. Okay, so this video is again about purpose. Let's see. Okay, okay. So the whole point of this video was that whatever we define our purpose is, whatever the definition of our purpose is in this life, the end question remains, this is it. Is that it? That we took birth, we enjoyed our childhood, we grew up, we became whatever the passion we wanted to follow, we did business, we did sports, we did everything that we wanted to do, and in the end we graduated to elder age, and then we died one day. And then what we realized, that whatever we yearned for, whatever we actually treasured in our entire lifetime, at the time of the death, it all remained here. All our definitions that we gained, we understood and we made for ourselves that fulfills our purpose, everything except us was preserved, and we just disappeared. So, the question right now that is facing us is that, is our purpose going to follow us and be with us and travel with us till eternity, or our purpose is limited to this short-sightedness that we have and is restricted to this very lifetime? Are we dreaming about our life only until death, and before death we want to accomplish everything, or are we also thinking something beyond death? When we talk about purpose, we have to take into factor a few points. We all have date of births, right? We all celebrate birthdays. Anybody of you who does not celebrate birthday? We all have our favorite day reserved. At least we have one day on which we can claim that we are, supposed to be happy and joyful, right? But the flip side to that coin is that if we have a birthday, just like anything, if it has a manufacturing date, it also has to have an expiry date. If we have taken birth and we do not see in our family anybody living for over 100 years, 120 years, we do not find anybody alive who survived a century or who survived 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, then we need to really tell ourselves that, okay, what we are actually dwelling in is a very fragile world, and our lives, they are really very transitory. So the question now comes is that whatever is our purpose, if I want to be a cricketer, for how long is it going to make me contented? If I want to be a businessman, a doctor, whatever, an accountant, a scientist, whatever it is that I want to be, is that purpose going to make me sustain my own happiness? So that's why it is the basic premise that we are setting for now. We are looking to redefine the purpose and the factors that deliver us happiness for ourselves, which are eternal, which are for eternity. Okay? If we are going to think only about this life, then we'll have to also think about what happens after death, because death is inevitable. How many of us are going to die? If I can be, if anybody can tell me, how many of us are going to die? Whose death is certain of us? Because we are really young. I think it's very, I don't know, disgusting of me to ask this question. But if somebody asks you, are you going to die? What would your answer be? Tell me, you are? Are you? Not today, but who knows? Even today, who knows, right? We spent literally last 1.5 years locked inside our homes, right? Fearing of a virus that can actually kill us, right? So that actually made or ensured us that, okay, if not today or tomorrow, someday there would be somebody outside who is going to attack and kill me. It can be my own old fragile body or anything, any disease, right? That's a reality, and ignoring it would be a great ignorance that we cannot afford. So the whole point that I am trying to make right now, and what we are on this pilot session are going to think on, is about the purpose. Should we not redefine the purpose that actually endures at least as long as I endure? Because if legends say that soul is eternal and it does not die, the body is fragile and the soul leaves the body, and then we take another body, right? It means the consciousness that dwells within us is eternal. And if that consciousness is me, if I am the soul and not the body, then my purpose, my aims, my actual future planning should be for a longer duration. Right? Makes sense? Yes or no? Like, do you agree with me on this point, right? So, to achieve everything in this life and then leave behind everything what you have achieved after the toils of your great years, after your all the hard work, you in the end realize that, okay, whatever I earned, everything, I have to leave it behind and go empty-handed, then that's a failure. So we should do something which we can carry with ourselves, okay? And for that, we are moving to our discussion. If just try to see, you have seen many successful people, not if in your life, maybe on the movies, in news, on TV, right? You have seen some people you idolize, you want to become like them, or you want to live their lives. Everybody has some ideals, right? So I would want to know from you, do you know somebody who has never had a downturn in his life? Do you know somebody who never endured any pain in his life? Who has always been living in all the golden times of life? Who never saw any gloomy, doomy times? Do you know somebody who has seen no pain? Anybody? Like anybody, if you can give me one example, a life which is free of all sorrows. Have you seen that kind of life in anybody's house? No. I think everybody has difficulties, everybody has problems. Some has financial, some had health problems, some have some different, special, peculiar cases. But we all have our own portion of unhappiness, our own portion of sufferings, our own portion of pain, right? So just hypothetically think you are undergoing to a phase of pain, okay? We are suffering. Let's say, just hypothetically, I am in sheer pain. When in the time of pain, what do you do? I want to know. Okay? When you are caged inside adversity, when you are trapped inside that circle of fear, circle of pain, suffering, what do you do? Okay. Anybody of you can voluntarily tell me if you ever faced sheer pain, and at that time what did you do to come out of it? Anybody's experiences? Somebody suffered a great headache, stomach ache, whatever. You failed an exam. Okay, I think Jia is saying yes.
I just remind myself that it's only temporary and try and be positive.
Okay, you try to be positive. What else do you, how do you become positive? Like, what do you do to become positive?
Like, but that's
Sorry?
remember that it's only temporary.
I did not get you. What?
Should I type it out?
Okay.
Anubhavji, she's saying that she'll remember that this thing is only
Okay,
temporary.
this phase will too pass, right? It's all is temporary. Okay, one thing. So she thinks about the transience of this nature. So okay, anybody else? If you ever underwent a very difficult position, and then what did you do to come out of it? Anybody?
I usually go to the gym or play some sports to get my mind off things.
Okay, do you either go to the gym or play some sport? Okay, okay, that's one way. Okay, to release some good hormones. Fine. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, anybody else? When you are like, alone and you feel that something bad is going to happen, and then what do you do? Sorry, back, I can't hear you. Yeah.
Sometimes I watch like comedy films or something around me that will make me laugh, and then I can cheer up.
Yeah, so you can watch something which is funny, comedy, something you like, you enjoy. Somebody might listen to music as well. Anything else? Somebody, you know what happens in India when somebody actually feels real pain, or somebody they start missing their gods, they start doing some mantras, chanting some mantras, they start going to some pilgrimage, right? None of you guys do that? Like, you do not have something to remember, something to murmur, anything? None of you? Okay, okay. Anybody else who does something different? Okay, we have two answers as of now. One is that we make ourselves understand that this will pass, we have to just hold on. Another thing is that we either watch something that actually, like gym, or something that actually relaxes our mind, like watching a comedy film or something. Anything else? Any other hack anybody has to come out of an adversity? Vincy, would you try?
Sometimes, like if I get hurt or something, I talk to my sister and then I try to make myself laugh, because that kind of helps.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, what if you are caught in a situation where you are not able to even move? Your body feels like it's paralyzed and there is nobody to help. You're totally helpless. There is no hope at all about what you do. In such a situation where you cannot seek any help, you cannot do anything on your own, and you're just there, you're just lying there in such a grim situation, what would you do? No, it's gone to a different level. Yes. Yes, Renaji, yes.
When I've been like in a lot of pain in the past, like when I had my children, I did actually think of Namakar mantra.
Okay.
And recited that to myself.
Okay. Okay. So again, that's again like talking to yourself, just like we just heard that, okay, somebody says that it is going to just pass. Okay, everything is transitory, it will all pass. You just said, okay, I am going to actually adore uh, the person I believe in, Ramokar mantra, the Parmeshtis and everything. So does it help? I want to know. Like, just if I ask Mehak, does watching comedy movies help you at that time? It helps, right? Yeah. If I think if anybody thinks that, okay, this too shall pass, that also helps. And if somebody actually chants Namokar mantra or whatever the gods that we believe in, whatever is the mantra or whatever is the salutations that we offer, it all helps, right? Whatever we choose to come out of a misery, it always helps. Why? Because we shift our focus from the misery to that something which we are hopeful will deliver us some contentment, some peace of mind, something, right? Correct? Now, is there a way in which we can actually develop a positive mindset where we can actually and easily overcome this misery? For this, we are coming down to this important point. Just like Mehak said, her shelter is comedy movies or music or whatever she watches, right? That's her shelter is. So you know what shelter is called? Shelter is nothing but it is called religion. Okay? What is religion? That is what we are going to comprehend. At the time when the adversity strikes, something that we look up to for peace, for happiness, for bliss, that thing becomes her religion. That thing becomes her philosophy. That thing becomes her life mantra. So therefore, we are talking about the religion and what we believe it to be. But before that, I want us to see a small video, and just I'm going to ask your inputs from that video, and then we'll focus on this concept of religion, what religion is and what it means for us and for others as well. Let's do this. Watch closely, I'm going to ask you to comprehend it, okay? Okay, okay. Anybody will try to explain me what that video was all about? Anybody? I would want volunteers on that. Did you see that video? Can you comprehend it? Anybody? Yeah. Yeah, I think Vinci is. Yes, Vinci.
So it's just like the cow was thinking that is a piece of a log and then they can cross it over where they want to go. But it was not a piece of a log, but it was a crocodile. So they were thinking it's a right, like
Okay.
safer thing to land up. And
Okay.
it was eventually, it was a crocodile. So
It's like a misconception.
Mm-hmm. What kind of
That
misconception?
there was like a queue, and then the person at the front thought that it was a crocodile, so they tried it out. And then after they died, the person behind knew that it was a crocodile, but the person behind them didn't know. So they're all gonna die.
Okay, okay, okay. Good interpretation. Do you all want me to run that video one more time? Should I play it again? Do you want to have a relook? Yeah, I think some of you, I think, missed on that video. I'll just read it for everybody to comprehend, okay? Just see. I'm sorry I did not give any disclaimer to this. It was kind of cruel a video. Yeah. Anybody who would want to comprehend it once again. Anybody has any inputs from that? Like what do you learn from it? What do you learn from it? Yeah. Yeah, Mehak, can you come a bit closer to the mic? Yeah.
People have different perceptions on matters, and everyone will always have different beliefs.
Okay. No, I didn't get you. What? Can you come again? Yeah.
It's like how the two animals viewed the subject in different ways. So it's kind of saying how people will always have different ways of looking at things and different perceptions and different beliefs.
Okay, so like, what does it? That's what. Like, there was one animal and there were two people, and they had their different image of that one object. One was saying it's a crocodile. One was saying it's a log, right? So now, what does it tell you? What does it tell you? What do you learn from this? People are going to have different perception about different things. That's for sure. We all have our own different versions of the reality that is around us, right? But what does it tell us? What do we make out of it? What sense to come out of it? Yes. That's a fact that we all perceive world in our own personalized way based on our past experiences, based on our own emotions. We have a very different version. Some people see the whole world as a dreamy land. For some, it's a harsh reality. It's cruel. For some, everybody is very good. For some, everybody is very selfish. So it's all our version, right? I want to know, if I know that everybody is going to perceive this world in a very different way, very different manner, what do I learn from it?
The thing I was going to say about the video is that sometimes people need proof or evidence to make what they perceive to be true. So, for example, the second cow didn't realize it was an alligator till he saw the proof.
Yeah.
So yeah, one thing I picked up was just that certain people need to experience something in order to sort of either change their belief or consolidate what they believe in.
Okay, great. So can I ask one question? If I am that first cow who can see the alligator, right? I can see that. If I know it's an alligator, ideally what should I do? If it's an alligator just floating in front of me, ideally, if I am of sane brain, if I have my senses working, I am not insane, what should I do? Yes, what should I do? I think
Should listen to yourself.
listen to myself or just run away from that alligator.
Yeah, and then run away. Yeah.
Or should I start preaching others, okay, no, see, I see this alligator and you also believe that it's an alligator. And he says, no, it's log, then you just invest all your energy in making him believe that it's alligator, even if it costs you your life. So This one person, he knew what alligator is and he was convinced that it's an alligator. But instead of saving himself, itself, it rather chose to prove his point. That's what people do with religion. That's what we as a community are sick of doing. We are so engrossed with our beliefs that we find it very necessary for us to everybody to believe what I believe. So that cow could see that there is an alligator and her friend did not agree to it. So what she did, just to prove that it's an alligator, she presented herself as a foot to that alligator. And that's very stupid thing to do. Here, one thing that we just discussed was about death. We said that death, the alligator is looking right in front of us, it's floating. We all are going to die, are we or not? Right? But rather than focusing and thinking of dealing with that particular alligator, what we do best is we start making our own philosophies and we start telling people how to live best life, how to do best, how to make best out of this life, how to achieve your dreams, how to make your life dreamy and well, or full of contentment, passion, energy, and everything that you want to say, all the good words that you can use to define life. What in the hindsight still waits for us is that alligator which is riding us, which is floating us right in front of our eyes. And that's what nobody is talking about. How to save yourself from that alligator. How to choose the way of life that actually protects you from that immediate threat that you have in front of you. Makes sense? Are you even listening? Makes sense? And that is the role of the religion. That is the role of Dharma in our life. And that's what we are going to talk about today. We're going to look at the Dharma from a very, very rational perspective. Right? We all are divided in so many beliefs. We all are divided in so many philosophical thoughts and traumas that we do not get to decide what is right and what is wrong. Jainism gives a fresh perspective to it. It says, okay, let's test the very definition and fundamental of Dharma. What is Dharma? So, first, I'll just ask to you, what according to you is religion? What do you call religion? How do you define religion? Anybody? Okay, do we need religion in this world? Because it's a very, I should not say it, but it's very vibrant debate that we always have. There is a great fight that goes between science and religion, and we always say, okay, science is better or religion is better, not realizing that they both are complementary to each other. So I would want anybody, anybody can tell me what is your understanding of religion? How do we define religion? I'll ask. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. You have joined with the name of Sarika. What's your name? Yes. Can you unmute? Yeah, I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Hriday, yes, Hriday. Hriday, what do you understand when the word comes religion to your mind?
Probably it's like what we believe in, but then some people just don't believe in God or in their religion. So it's like their opinions about how they think.
In your opinion, do we really need a religion to believe in?
Yes, because that can sometimes help you get through the hard times if you have somebody to think about that you adore.
Okay, great. So, what would you give, what definition or what one-liner would you give to explain religion according to you? What, according to you, is dharma or religion?
Really sure.
Okay, like when somebody says, I'm religious, what kind of image appears in your mind?
Probably that they have they pray a lot
Yeah, they pray a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anybody else who would want to explain a religion? What religion is?
Hi, Dejanandra. My name's Kirpa.
Yeah.
For me, religion is like a way of life, and it's a way of me finding my true nature.
Okay, okay. So now, like it's a way of life. It should be the way of life. Great. So now that brings me to my next question. Then, if religion is a way of life, why there are so many different versions to it? Like there are so many different religions that are in this world right now coexisting, right? Because when there are plenty of things, it becomes really different to choose from. Which one is right, which one is not, which one should I go with, which one should I leave, right? So what is your belief? Like all these, because every religion has its own perspective, its own philosophy, and sometimes it's very contradictory. So one religion says something and another religion says something entirely different, right? So if I have to set a definition for a religion, and if there are so many religions, then how do I make choice between them? What should be the basis? Anybody who would try?
Is it like you would follow the one that you relate, that you can relate to, or the one that you when you listen to it, the principles make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Something that you have taken birth into, or something that you have heard about, or something that has attracted you most when you tried making sense out of it, that can be the religion. Anybody else who would want to throw some light on this? There are so many religions. What is the best way to choose the best religion for yourself? Or can there be so many religions? Yes. Because whenever, like most of the wars that have been fought in this world, the center of all those wars has been religions. Like one religion attacking on the supporters of other believers of other religion, and there are countries that are being invaded. And so, yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's a really tricky question, isn't it? I think that there's obviously one truth. Even though there's lots of religions, there's only going to be one truth. And I think you don't have to define your beliefs by the name of a particular religion.
Great.
So,
Yeah. Great, that's a great answer. So religion cannot be defined by a particular word, or you can just say that this is the correct or true religion, or you should all believe into this. But the bottom line remains same, that there is only one truth. Just like in the video we saw, there was one alligator, but the beliefs were too different, right? One was saying it's a log, one was saying it's an alligator, right? Yes or no? So just because there are two beliefs doesn't mean every belief has to be true. The truth remains one. There are possibilities that there will be many different types of believers, but that doesn't change the nature of that particular thing that lies in front of you. Correct? So now if I want to create a religion in that setting, when there are two cows standing together looking at the river and looking at one crocodile, one is saying that okay, it's a log, another is saying it's an alligator. Now if I want to define religion in this setting, what would be the religion? Religion would be nothing but the truth. That's it. Whatever it is, whatever you keep on believing, the life will not follow. Like what if, just for the sake of just let's take it hypothetically, the alligator, instead of choosing that cow which actually knew it is an alligator, rather that log cow said okay, no, I am going to prove you that it's not an alligator, and it jumped on it. What would have happened? The same result, right? Just like the cow that believed it's an alligator, when caught by the alligator, was eaten. Similarly, the cow that believed that it's not an alligator will be eaten by the alligator. So the belief has the value 0. No matter what you believe, if you are going to play with the fire, you are going to get burned, right? Right? So which religion says that the fire is cold? Is there any religion that says, okay, fire does not burn? No one, right? Because that's very evident. You cannot just establish that. Similarly, religion, the greatest test of religion would be this, which Jain Acharyas give. And this is the most beautiful definition of a religion that we'll ever get to hear from anywhere in this world. Okay, and that's our lesson for today. We'll have to learn it. It's a small line. We all will just try to memorize it. Okay, it is read Dhammo Vattu Sahavo. It's very simple. Dhammo means religion. What is a religion? Vattu means the substance. Sahavo means the nature. The very nature of every substance is called its religion. See how beautiful it is. Now there is not even a single, I cannot see a single window of doubt that okay, there would be a second opinion to it. If I say that the religion of fire is to burn, how beautiful it is. That's what the fire does. If I say the religion of ice is to keep everything cold, that's what we keep fridges in our house for. If I say the religion of this pen is to write, that's why I'm carrying it in my pocket, right? If I say the religion of the car is to take me from point A to point B, that's why I purchased the car for. If I say the religion of soul is to know, that's what I do best. I know everything, I can know everything. Do you get it? See, this is not the religion that the cow believes that it's an alligator. The religion is that the cow knows. The cow can know. It can know in alligator as well as in log. The religion for the cow is to know. For an alligator, it's not the religion that I'm eating the cow who knows me. For it's her food. So it's not going to differentiate between anybody. Whoever comes to my way, I'm just like the fire is going to eat away, burn away everything. Similarly, everything. The religion of sun is just to roam around. It's to give us light. That's what it does. The sun never thinks, okay, this time there is a shortage of rains. Okay, I'm going to rain for some days now. So there will be no sunlight for a few days. I'll be busy doing rains. Does the sun ever do that? No. Never ever the sun does the work of a cloud. Everything, it follows its own course. Everything sticks to its own nature. That very nature is the beautiful definition of religion that has been given by Jain saints. And that's why there cannot be multiple religions. There can be multiple substances who have their own innate, individual, peculiar nature. That particular nature is their religion. Get it? So Jainism does not say that you are Jain. It says your soul, and being soul is your religion. Being full of wisdom, being conscious is your religion. Just like being touchable, when you can touch it, taste it, smell it, see it. This is the nature of this substance, material. So everything has its own nature, its own physical existence, its own science, its own attributes. Knowing those attributes, actually knowing the science behind everything, is called the religious approach, the religious attitude. When we actually understand how this world works, when we know the exact science of the world, we are then called religious in truest sense. That's what our acharyas did. Okay, so what happened? That happened that Naminath Bhagwan, have you heard about the 22nd Tirthankar Naminath Bhagwan? Right? So Naminath Bhagwan had his huge grand Samavsharan. Okay, everybody came to that Samavsharan. So that time the king was Krishna. You have heard about the Krishna, the Lord Krishna, who is very famous as the Lord. So he was a king. Okay, he was a Narayan, means he was the king of three. Like we have 6 partitions of Bharat Kshetra. He was the king of the 3 parts of Bharat Kshetra. So he was a great king. Okay. So he said, I have this beautiful city of Dwarka, which has been constructed by the Devas over the ocean. So Dwarka was actually made by the Devas on the ocean. Okay, it was beautiful, made up of gold. Beautiful, beautiful, vibrant city. He said, this city is going to sustain how long? It is going to remain forever? Or what is the validity by which it will expire? It will die, it will get crushed. Tirthankar Neminath Bhagwan said, after 12 years, your own cousin, your own cousin Zarat Kumar, he is going to be the cause of your death. And Dvipayan, one of, again, in the very residence of not just Dwarka but also relative of Shri Krishna. This Dvipayan, he is going to be the catalyst to this great episode of burning down the Dwarka. He is going to be the reason the Dwarka would be destroyed. Everybody was shaken to the core. In 12 years, everything would be finished. Many people thought that, okay, since Tirthankar Neminath Bhagwan has said it, we are going to agree to it. And they took Diksha, they took Anuvrat, they left that place and they joined the great court of Lord Neminath. But a few believe that aisa thodi na hota hai. Are you serious? It will, for what? So Dvipayan said, okay, na rahega, I should not say it in Hindi. Dvipayan said, if I'll not remain here, who will burn it? So Dvipayan just left the Dwarka. He said, okay, I'll not come for 12 years to Dwarka. If I'll not be here, I'm the reason who will be actually burning the city. If I'm not here, who is going to burn it? So he left Dwarka. Zarat Kumar, the cousin of Shri Krishna, he said, okay, I cannot kill my beloved brother. I cannot be that cruel that I kill actual brother of mine. So he again left the Dwarka. They all went away just to avoid this catastrophe. But what happens? So Dvipayan, because when he left, he also had that curiosity that, okay, what happens after 12 years? Because I am outside, does the Dwarka burn or not? So he keeps on actually counting days. So they did not have any calendars. They had to do all the calculation mentally, right? Looking at the position of sun and moon and everything. So when the 12 years ended, he thought, okay, now the 12 years are done. What Lord Neminath has said, now by this time Dwarika should have got burned. But let me check because I am not there. So he started going towards Dwarika. He reached Dwarika, and at the very same time, the few of the princes, like all the king's children, everybody, they came out for a party into the jungle. They were enjoying, rejoicing in that pond in the jungle. And there, Dvipayan Muniraj was actually doing dhyan, tapasya, and they started actually hurling abuses to that Dvipayan Muniraj because they knew that he is going to be the reason of burning the Dwarika. Now the trick was, in his calculation, Dvipayan Muniraj missed out one day, which actually gets reduced. While, in 12 years you have many changes in the calendar. So because of that mistake, he mistook, he thought that 12 years got completed, but he arrived at that within the time limit of 12 years. All these princes of that great kingdom of Dwarka started hurling, throwing stones on him, and they started making him really angry. And then exactly that happened. Because of his anger, the whole Dwarika got burnt. And out of Dwarika, only 2 people could survive. Shri Krishna and his brother, okay, Baldev. When they both came out in the jungle, Shri Krishna started feeling very thirsty. And Baldev was very helpless. He said, okay, you rest over here, I'll search for water, I'll fetch it for you. So he went. And the Krishna was lying on the ground. He had this beautiful ring on his leg, okay, on the finger of his leg. He had this beautiful shining diamond stone. In the very same jungle, his cousin Zarat Kumar had come for, his food, for hunting. And he saw something shining from the distance. He thought it's the eye of a deer, it's the shy of the eye of a deer. He threw his arrow, he just took the shot, and he just heard the voice of a man. He shivered. He just got frightened. What did I just do? He kept on running towards the direction from which the scream was coming, and then he realized that okay, I killed my own brother. And then Sri Krishna, he had still his senses left. He said, okay, you just run away and go to the Pandavas, okay, because if Balram sees you, he's going to kill you for this. So he goes, the Krishna dies, and everything that was supposed to happen happened. Now this whole story is a setup to tell us what dharma is. In our lives, there are many situations that are bound to happen one by one, and we try tirelessly to avoid what we do not like. We want to make everything that I like to happen, and we want to avoid everything that we cannot take to not happen. And that's in that effort our whole life goes, right? The acharyas, the Jain monks said, okay, see, if you want peace in your life, and when some Neminath Bhagwan tells you that, okay, it is going to happen, the good thing is, rather than avoiding that, whatever is fixed, avoiding it to happen, you accept that it is going to happen and choose the best course, because your dharma is not to correct the course of time. Our dharma is to know and choose what is best for ourselves. That is the definition of dharma. Dhammo vattu sahavo. Knowing about the actual science of the world, it gives us the calm. It gives us the peace of mind. If we know that, that is the dharma, and we become, in truest sense, religious. So being Jain is not about chanting Namokar mantra. Being Jain is not about to doing upavasa, skipping food, doing fasting. No, that's not being religious is. That's what we do to remain, in shape. Because just like we go to gym, that's what the religious gym is. You do upavasa, you do bhakti, you do puja, you do seva. That's just a process, that's a lifestyle. But being religious is actually investing yourself into knowing about this world. When we know the nature of everything, the life becomes sorted, and in truest sense, we actually achieve contentment. We see the full purpose. We have a greater purpose, greater vision, because now we are not living for just a smaller span of lifetime. We are going to look at a larger horizon where we complete ourselves to become a Siddha, to become a Bhagwan. I think I have exceeded the time, I'm really sorry, but I will leave you with this definition. Please learn it. Whenever we begin our classes, we are going to build on this, and we are going to learn a few more mantras that are going to help us in our lives through this Mangal Vidyapeeth. Okay, thank you so much.
That was amazing. I don't know about everyone else, but I could not stop but listen to every single word that you said. So I hope everyone else enjoyed it as much, and we look forward to the classes to come.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I mean, I know it must have been my accent, and since we were meeting for first time, maybe over the time we'll develop some bond, and it would be much easier for us. And it was just to know the background of like what we have learned about Jainism and whatever we know already. Now we'll be building upon the small text. We'll be taking references from the Jain text, and we'll be just trying to just project it with our life, and how can we use them best for our use. Okay, so from September maybe we'll start with the batch. Okay.
So we end with some. How should we end the class, Anubhavji?
Sorry?
How shall we end the class?
Yeah, so we'll just join our hands, close our eyes. I'll just do one small Jinvani Stuti, and then we'll close the class, okay? निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए चिन्वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है, उसके लिए चिन्वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है. Jai Shinendra, thank you.